Welcome to Amazing Women, the show that brings insight and advice to help you balance your career, your home life, and personal development. I am Adenike Adekpito, and today you're diving into a topic that many women will encounter at some point in their personal journey: career shift, navigating change in a woman's professional life. Whether it's switching industries, taking on a new role, returning to work after a break, or even starting a new business, career transition can be exciting but also challenging. Today, we'll be discussing how to manage these changes, what to expect, and how to turn them into opportunities for growth. Joining us to share our expertise is Salami Bolatito Elizabeth, MD CEO Zanzi Beauty and Star. Thank you for being with us today. We are eager to hear your expertise and your advice on this important topic.
Thank you, Nika. I'm glad to be here.
You're welcome. According to a 2021 study by LinkedIn, nearly 50% of women are likely to consider a major career shift at some point in their professional lives, whether due to personal growth, changes in job market, or evolving interests. Career shifts are common and often necessary as personal and professional priorities evolve. Preparing for these transitions can help women manage change more confidently and seize new opportunities. Career shift can be daunting. Now, how can a woman recognize the right time for her to have a change in a professional life?
Well, I would say for one, when the table no longer serves you, it's time to move. And there's no particular time for one person and the other. There are different times you would have to recognize maybe the company you're working. I mean, now we're talking about career, not company, right? It might be business, it might be office work. Okay, so if you're in business, for example, and you're not growing, you're kind of stagnant in your business, maybe you should try something else. Okay, so if this doesn't work, maybe the other would work. All right, okay, so let me use myself as a case study. I worked in the financial sector for 14 years and above, okay? And I had always thought that when I'm 40, I was going to retire. But before I was way from 40, I had to leave the office because I was selling insurance. Okay, let me tell you. Now, in this part of the world, insurance is not, is not compulsory as it is abroad. Okay, so people can decide not to insure. And you can imagine when I started selling insurance at 2001, when people start to cast you, like, God forbid, I'm not, like that. So at that point, most financial sector, most banks were having their own insurance companies. So it was very hard for us to get business. Mind you, I was in marketing. Okay. So it wasn't looking good again. So I knew it was time to move. So then I had to move to start my home business. So it depends on the woman, where she is, what's going on, and you finding what you like. Okay, so you just don't just move careers not knowing where you're going into. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you're here and you think that is not working for you, what are those things that you like, that you have a flair for? What are those things that you think that you can strive at? Then if you can put your mind to it, yes, I think you would know when it's time to move. So I can tell you, it's when you don't make money, or when, every woman will know that time when the table is no longer serving you. So it's about that time to move.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What are some of the common reasons women decide to make a career shift? And how can they ensure the decision is aligned with their long-term goals?
Okay. All right. So the first is, what are the reasons the women make a career shift? Well, sometimes it's marital,
Yeah.
sometimes it's economical, sometimes it's religion, sometimes it's economic. It could be anything. Okay, like I said. So let's use marriage for example. Okay, so let's assume I'm selling male clothing and I get married and my husband says, no, I don't want to sell male clothing because you were supposed to talking to men. Okay, let's say I am a young girl, I'm starting my life, I am doing makeup, for example, and selling jewelry, and I become born again. And my religion says, oh no, you can't do all of those. So it depends, actually. So there are many reasons that, well, how about economy? I mean, look at the people, as good as people that were selling fuel, petrol, they cannot even afford to sell for right now because they don't have the capitals to sell for. Look at how it changed from how much the margin is way too much. So economical, factor can come in. So the different reasons and different times. But as a woman, even setting up a family can affect
Yes.
your business and you changing because you have kids. I mean, you have to pick them from school, and you cannot work 9 to 5, like they call it. So because you have to go pick your kids in school. So there are different reasons why, and different times when a woman would recognize the time to shift. Now, going to your second question says
How they align
how they align with
into
your
the
long term.
goals.
Well, the long term goals is not for you to decide, it's for God to decide. But yes, we can have like a plan for, I mean, man proposes, God proposes, like that. Okay.
Okay.
So I can say, like I have a boutique for example, and well, I'm not supposed to say my age right now, but I'm going to tell you. I'm 46. And tomorrow, I plan to have that business for a long time. Tomorrow, I'm tired. And my kids are saying, oh, mommy, I'm not coming back to Nigeria. I don't want to take this business on. What happens? The business has to go down. Do you understand? So, all of those things depends on many things, okay? And like I said, it's different for me and it's going to be different for you. It's not going to be the same. So the people that are lucky are gonna be the doctors, the engineers, the nurses, the lawyers, because they have a career till eternity. But for my it's diversified, okay? But for me, long term was me choosing to open a boutique and to start to do something different from what I was used to. Do you understand? So yes, we can plan for a 10, 15, 20 years, but you cannot plan for forever. I'm sorry.
Thank you so much. That was deep. I like it. Thank you.
you.
Once a woman decides to make a career shift, what's the first step she should take in planning for that change?
Well, she should go back to the drawing table. Okay, she should align her goals. First off, what does she want? Is she sure that if she moves to this point, she's going to strive? So when she goes back to the drawing table, she itemize, what parts is she, leaning towards again. What are the obstacles she's going to find? The financial sector is very important because, in career shifts, you will need more more money, sorry. So, like, if she itemizes everything that she would need, then, that still has to be the place that she's going to have a business. If it's going to be online, it's just her going back to the drawing table. That's the first thing. Okay, see what she has, see what she needs, and she'll take it from there.
Okay,
Does that answer your question?
of course.
Okay.
How important is upskilling or re-education when transitioning to a new career?
Well, both are important actually, but I will take the re-education because for you to, I don't want to use the word failed, but we all fail, and that's why we always pick ourselves up and do something new and better. So education is very, very important. So yes, I actually was going to mention that actually. Thank you. That's a nice one. All right. So Nikki, re-education is very important. Now you have to educate yourself about you first off. because the first person, the first problem is you. Okay, so educate yourself. Now, educate yourself on the new career path you want to choose. Know the technical know-how. Well, like I said, I was in insurance. Like, if you don't have the product knowledge, how can you sell? Do you understand? So yes, re-education is very, very important. Then upskilling, yes, you have to upgrade. You cannot. There's a saying that we cannot remain in sin and ask for to like Uba. Okay. Ali, one in can you refer You cannot be where you are and get better.
Let me help you.
Okay.
You cannot continue to abound in sin and expect grace to, Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, upskilling is good. Education is perfect. So both of them, you need both when transiting into the new career path.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We've discussed how to recognize when it's time for a career shift and the first step to take. But after the break, we will explore the emotional side of navigating these transitions and how to overcome fear and uncertainty. Stay with us. Welcome back to Amazing Women. Before the break, we talked about the initial steps in planning a career shift. But now, let's get into one of the biggest challenges, managing the emotional aspect of career transitions. Career transition can be uncertain. How can women overcome the fear and the doubt that comes with it?
Fear of the unknown. I mean, it's actually not easy. Okay? Yeah. The fear would always come. Like, it never goes away. We just manage it. Even now, I see our fears. Okay? Imagine putting, your capital into something that you're not sure of. So, to overcome the fears, I think what you need is faith. You need confidence. And you need to trust in yourself and trust God. Okay, so that was it for me. Again, I'm going to use myself as a case study. So imagine living in this financial sector to run a business. There were times that I would sit in my office, I would be looking at the CCTV camera and be praying the customers will walk in, and they're not coming. The times I wanted to give up, I'll just go on my knees, I'll pray, like, God, please help me. I need to, never give up. I mean, that's what I'm going to say to you. It's not a bed of roses. It's not going to be easy from the on-go. But yes, with God, and you knowing, you're not giving us the spirit of fear. So yeah, you just have to overcome your fears with faith and trust in yourself and have confidence in God. So that's it for me.
How can women build a strong support system when navigating a career transition?
Well, that is very important. It's always very, very important to build a very strong one. I mean, your support system can be your friend, it can be your family, it can be your husband, it can be your pastor. You can actually go to the bank and give them your proposal. Like, okay, I have this business idea. I can do this. Okay, can you support me? And they will give you a loan to do it. So yes, when navigating a new career path, and do you also know that you can build on what you have by self-service? How do I mean? Whatever it is that you have, okay, put right into the business and have it, bit by bit, if you don't want the big bulk money. So it depends also on the career path you're choosing. And yeah, if your husband is not enough, go to the bank. I'm sure a lot of banks are supporting small businesses now. Yeah. So yes, I think that would work.
What role do mentors and career coaches play in helping women with career shifts?
Really, mentors and coaches, they play vital roles. Because when you're having it really tough, they help you. You have a shoulder to cry on for the mentor. And the coaches help you. I mean, they give you life experience. This person was there before. This is how they were able to navigate. Okay, I've been here. This is what you should do. So they're very, very crucial. I think any woman that is going turning towards a career shift should have a mentor that has been there before. Like a mentor is someone that's gone through the phase you're about to take, that would guide you as you go. And the coach is someone that tells you, oh, this is what you should do. I mean, they're not always 100% right, but trust me, they know how. They know the how to go and where to tell you to, So yeah, coaches, mentors,
Mentors.
I think, yeah, I don't think they're very, very crucial and very vital for any woman that is turning towards the career shift.
And I think any woman that is shifting in her career, talking to a mentor or a coach can be therapeutic.
Very. That's why I said they have a shoulder to cry on, because
Exactly. Telling them things,
they
so
don't worry,
therapeutic.
you can do it. Go on, like, yeah, I got you. I got your back.
Absolutely.
Like
Thank
that.
you.
You're welcome.
Navigating the emotional challenges of a career shift is key, but there is more to come. After the break, we'll talk about practical strategies for networking and marketing yourself in a new career path. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to Amazing Women. We've touched on overcoming fear and building a support system during a career shift. But now let's focus on some practical aspects like networking and marketing yourself in a new career space. What advice do you have for women who need to build connection in a new industry?
Well, I think these days we are lucky that we have the social media community to help us. You can go for trainings, and when you go, I mean, the life coaches you mentioned before, I mean, you need them at this point. Okay, so when you go for networking, you'll meet other people that would help you, guide you as you go. So I think social media community is your best bet. Trainings and mingling with like minds would help you, build up on that.
How can women market themselves effectively when entering into a new business?
Well, for me, I would use myself as a case study. When I ventured into this new career path, I did a lot of, influencing. I reckoned that I had to push into the market, and I realized some people that are known, can help me do that. I did a lot of TV adverts. I did a lot of newspaper adverts. And yeah, when churches are going for seminars, and luckily these days you'll see some people going for trade fairs, all those little fairs and stuff. So to advertise yourself and to put yourself right there in the market, you have to go all out. Okay, put yourself right in the face of everybody.
Yes,
Like, I'm here
publicity.
every time. Social media helps you. You can do adverts online. You can do the influencing. You can do the
Interpersonal.
yeah, marketing. So yes, you can put yourself out there in so many ways, socially.
That's brilliant.
Thank you.
Now let's get personal.
Okay.
For someone who has worked in the corporate world and then delved into personal business, do you have any regret?
No, I don't have any regret whatsoever. Even though I miss my lifestyle there, because it's a total lifestyle change. Imagine me being chauffeur driven, going for meetings, going for holidays in business class and all of those. And I had to live the lifestyle to start a business from the scratch. So it was not easy initially. Okay, so but no, I did not miss the fact that I have to wake up at 4:30, 5 a.m. every morning and get back home after the traffic. Did I tell you that I worked on the island for 15 years? Yes. The traffic was bad. Like, I had to see all of those, robbery and everything. So yeah, I did not miss it. No regrets, but imagine if I was still in the industry and I'm like an ED and I have to travel, like have a but now I am doing my thing. And I want to tell you that if you're doing your thing, you can be an ED. Like, I already have the name CEO. The title. So it comes with, all of those other benefits. So, no regret whatsoever.
We've explored the essence of networking and personal branding. But when we return, We'll hear Bola Tito Salami's final tips for making a successful career shift and embracing new professional opportunities. Stay with us. Welcome back to Amazing Women. We are wrapping up our conversation on career shift and navigating professional change. And now, it's time for some final insights from our guest, Bola Tito Salami. After making a career shift, what then should women focus on?
Well, the women should focus on growth, growing the business. Okay, they should focus on making it a success and being impactful to themselves first, their family, and the community at large.
For women watching today that are considering a career shift, what's your advice for them?
They're still considering. What are you waiting for? Shoot your shot. Okay, so there's never a perfect time to go for it. There's no need procrastinating. If you're not seeing the idea, I think you should just go ahead. Okay, go back to your drawing board, put your plan down, and shoot your shot. There's room for everybody. So whatever it is that you want to do, please do it. And by God's grace, you'll succeed.
I'm sure many women watching us today have found your insight incredibly helpful. From Amazing Women, we have this token for you. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
Thank you so much, amazing women. You're indeed amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
To our viewers, we hope today's episode has inspired you to embrace career change with confidence. Whether you're thinking about transitioning to a new field, starting a business, or returning to work after a break, remember that change can bring new opportunities for growth and fulfillment. If you have any questions or would like to share your own career shift experiences, we would love to hear from you on social media. Keep the conversation going. Thank you for tuning in to Amazing Women, and we'll see you next time with more tips and inspiration for women navigating their careers and personal lives. Take care and stay open to new opportunities. Bye for now.